Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Monday, April 26, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 631 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Homeowners worry erosion of Casey Canyon threatens to swallow their backyards. The crazy case of Gates Women's fraudulent COVID relief loans. Paul Gauzer's latest extremist connection, a fundraiser with white nationalist ties. Leaked recording of Iran's top diplomat offers blunt talk. UN faces tough task to get Cyprus peace talks restarted. The latest, Sri Lankan police arrest face mask violators. I will not return to work, Myanmar coup cripples healthcare system. George Floyd's killing not a hate crime because it was systemic not explicit racism, says official. AP photos, mass funeral pyres reflect India's COVID crisis. Michigan's latest COVID-19 wave is hitting people in their 30s and 40s especially hard. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Wall Street edges higher at open ahead of big tech earnings, Reuters. Apple unveils $1 billion investment to build East Coast hub in Research Triangle, creating at least 3,000 jobs, WTVD-TV. Biden administration set to relax outdoor mask guidance, CNBC. Supreme Court to take up major Second Amendment concealed handgun case, NBC News. Boris Johnson said bodies could pile high during lockdown discussion, BBC News. NFL trade rumors 2021, Falcons actively receiving calls for Julio Jones, per report, CBS Sports. Red Lewis 2021 NFL Mock Draft 1.0, Packers help Aaron Rodgers, Bills boost backfield, NFL.com. Surface Laptop 4 Review, 2021, 15-inch, a bigger, better ultra-portable, Engadget. Anthony Hopkins accepts Oscar, paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman, The New York Times. Vaccinated U.S. travelers will be allowed to visit Europe again starting this summer, NPR. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. EU finalizing plans to allow vaccinated American tourists back. Airline bans Alaska's state senator for violating COVID-19 mask rules. Ricky Gervais reminds the Oscars what a politically incorrect host can do. Israeli fashion designer Alber Elbaz dead at 59. 33 tweets about the Oscars looks everyone was talking about. 6 signs you're dealing with hurry sickness, and what to do about it. Supreme Court to hear major gun case. This young adult fantasy novel adaptation is the top show on Netflix right now. This Anna Kendrick astronaut thriller is the top movie on Netflix right now. This is what no one tells you about adoption. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Lawmaker arrested on DWI charge after crash. Senator Jeff Jackson stops in Asheville. Man charged in death of Good Samaritan. Police chief arrested for second offense alley. 10-year-old boy dies in house fire. Prescribed brittle fire burns over 6,000 acres. Sangamon River focus of spring cleaning. Armenian family reflects on Biden's recognition. Local seniors prepare for makeshift proms a year after cancellations. Columbia neighborhood calls for change. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Learning caution from a late columnist. Josh's battle for Josh supremacy in Nebraska. The race to replace Angela Merkel is on. Yes, child care and elder care are also infrastructure. Vaccinated American tourists may soon travel to Europe. 2021 Oscars winners, Daniel Kaluuya, Anthony Hopkins and all the rest. Black Democrat fear voting rights pushes too late. Oscars, Nomadland makes history, and Chadwick Boseman is upset. William Edmondson and the Picassos of the American South. Kim Mulkey leaves Baylor for LSU. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Durant scores 33 points in return, Nets beat Suns 128-119. Renewed Republican debt ceiling fight a shift from Trump-era spending. 52 coronavirus cases linked to flight from India to Hong Kong despite negative test requirements. Georgia authorities search for 5 murder suspects after mother found dead. CDC updates coronavirus summer camp guidance. Glenn Close's viral debut dance at 2021 Oscars was scripted, report. AP blasted for divisive, sensational police killing story in aftermath of Derek Chauvin verdict. Shark Tank star Damon John catches backlash for tweet praising Louis Farrakhan's speech at DMX's funeral. Woke NYC school curriculum prompts dad to move daughter to Florida. Rolling Stones rocker Ronnie Wood says he had a secret second battle with cancer, was given the all clear. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Monday, April 26th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. COVID-19, UCSF reports first U.S. case of male recipient developing blood clot after Johnson & Johnson vaccination. Preventing, treating virtual voice fatigue as remote work continues amid COVID-19 pandemic. Bull celebrates episode 100 with an all-new trial tonight on CBS. CIT, video captures man stealing pricey jumbo teddy bear outside Florida restaurant. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Man is arrested after shots are fired near college in Crawley. Michael Jackson's body language suggests he's telling the truth when refuting child abuse claims. Line of Duty, 16 questions that need to be answered in next week's grand finale. New Renault and Dacia models to have top speeds limited to 112 miles per hour. Piers Morgan, RIP the Oscars, the woke-ravaged, dull train wreck that killed the Hollywood dream. Russia showcases missile during military exercises as Poland warns over return to Tsarist Russia. CCTV shows youths brawling in the street moments before stabbing in South London. Review finds dozens of senior civil servants have paid second jobs. Pubs face shortage of premium lager including Birra Moretti and Amstel. Health, eye tracking app can diagnose children with autism from 16 months old. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. The U.S. sees a historical genocide, Turkey sees a political vendetta. Thai Prime Minister fined $190 for not wearing mask in COVID-19 meeting. India orders Twitter to remove tweets critical of government's coronavirus response. Russian court suspends Navalny's political headquarters while it considers banning his organizations. French vineyards devastated by April frost that followed unusually warm March. In leaked audio, Iran's foreign minister laments interference by Revolutionary Guard. Close's historic Oscar win appears largely censored in China. COVID-19 live updates, new U.S. cases still at a precarious level, Fauci says, amid slowing vaccination rates. Indonesian submarine wreckage found, all 53 crew members dead, officials say. John Richards, bulwark for the apostrophe against grammatical barbarians, dies at 97. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Biden set to announce new mask guidance for vaccinated people, U.S. politics live. EU and vaccine passport talks with US but not UK. Coronavirus live news, EU launches legal action against AstraZeneca, new India cases top 300,000 for fifth day. Johnson's renovations are immaterial, unlike the other sleaze allegations. Simon Jenkins. How MMA fighter Donald Williams helped achieve justice for George Floyd. How the Spice Girls taught me boys could like girls things. Unreturned Sabrina the Teenage Witch VHS leads to U.S. woman's arrest warrant. Mutations, politics, vaccines, the factors behind India's COVID crisis. Ex-Trump advisor mocked for claiming Biden pushing plant-based beer. Iran sentences Nathan and Zachary Radcliffe to further one-year jail term. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. 3 arrested during protest in support of Jacob Blake Jr. Biden expanding summer food program for 34M school children. Even as economy heats up, Fed to stick with near-zero rates. Democratic Rep Tim Ryan to seek open U.S. Senate seat in Ohio. UK leader denies saying 1,000s of bodies better than lockdown. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Mozambique gas project, total halts work after Palma attacks. Josh fight, hundreds join friendly battle for naming rights. Russia freezes Putin critics support network. Iran's Arab criticizes Revolutionary Guard's influence in leak tape. U.S. woman pays price for non-return Sabrina the Teenage Witch rental. Ivory Coast suspends all driving test staff as road deaths rise. British Oscar winners celebrate with parties and sausage rolls. Video shows doomed submarine crew singing. Peruvian vaccine scandal, politician gets COVID. U.S. teen Snapchat rant reaches Supreme Court in free speech case. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Mars helicopter makes another successful flight. Some states turn down vaccine shipments, first known case of male developing clot after J&J shot, live COVID-19 updates. Family of Andrew Brown Jr. to view bodycam video of a shooting by North Carolina sheriff's deputies today. T-shirts, skirts and cutouts dominate Oscars carpet. Virginia deputy mistook cordless house phone for gun in shooting of black man, attorney says. The day in pictures. A woman was charged with a felony for not returning a VHS tape, she found out 21 years later. Anonymous jury in Derek Chauvin trial, part of a growing trend that has some legal experts worried. Showbiz minute, Oscars, fashion, Elton John. Here comes the pink moon, but will it actually be pink, and is it a supermoon? Here's what to know. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Wells dry up, crops imperiled, workers in limbo as California drought grips in Joaquin Valley. Column, California GOP could gain from a new summer recall election, win or lose, if they play their cards right. Fearing an untreated epidemic, activists fight for those with long COVID symptoms. Los Angeles County continues to report progress in coronavirus fight. She couldn't eradicate anti-Asian hate crimes, so she made a handbook on how to fight them. Judicial overreach, some say judge went too far in ordering LA to clear Skid Row. Judge's order drags Garcetti into center of legal battle over Skid Row. Earthquake, magnitude 3.6 quake strikes near San Jose. LA police shoot man wearing body armor during bizarre confrontation in Hollywood area. Anyone 16 and older living in LA can get the COVID-19 vaccine this weekend, while supplies last. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Monday, April 26, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Switzerland's small farmer support vote for a nationwide ban on synthetic pesticides. Boris Johnson said he'd rather let the bodies pile high in their thousands than allow a second lockdown, report says. China censors close AO's Oscar win, but fans find ways to rejoice. Sales of milk and cream to EU plunge 96% because of Brexit. Russia suspends activities of Kremlin critic Navalny's regional groups. Global reorganization of ocean currents could have devastating effects on climate, experts say. Afghans detail alleged civilian killings by Australian military in Afghanistan. Number 10 Downing Street terrified of an upcoming dossier by Dominic Cummings that claimed to have evidence that implicates the Prime Minister in tens of thousands of deaths. A study of more than 2,100 pregnant women across 18 countries worldwide has revealed that COVID-19 is associated with a higher risk of severe maternal and newborn complications than previously recognized. The poor won't survive, lockdown hits Phnom Penh's hand-to-mouth workers. Fiji capital in lockdown after super spreader funeral leaves 500 exposed to COVID-19. Germany will send oxygen, medical aid to India to help in COVID crisis. Australian government spend $19,000 a minute subsidizing fossil fuels, report finds. Military expenditure worldwide rose to nearly $2 trillion in 2020, defying the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Global military spending increased by 2.6% to $1,981 billion, about €1,650 billion, in 2020, when global GDP shrank 4.4%. Fully vaccinated American tourists will be allowed to visit the European Union this summer, New York Times reports. The next headlines are from Forbes. The Kentucky Derby makes the fastest 2 minutes in sports a year-round party. Growth mode, NY Community Bancorp Flagstar deal underscores flurry of bank mergers amid low rates and less pandemic uncertainty. BTS announced new single Butter is coming in May. FC Cincinnati set to open TQL Stadium, debut MLS Stadium firsts. As vaccination rate continues to slow, here are the states with the steepest drops. The paradox of growing a brand on Amazon. AstraZeneca sued by EU's executive branch over COVID vaccine delivery delays. Mike Rianda talks new movie, The Mitchells vs. the Machines. Opposition to U.S. mineral mining could derail the Green New Deal. Family-owned industrial conglomerate Standard Industries to buy chemical giant W.R. Grace for $7 billion. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Structure of human mediator RNA polymerase II pre-initiation complex. On the trail of traveling RNA. Small molecule inhibition of METTL3 as a strategy against myeloid leukemia. Structures of mammalian RNA polymerase II pre-initiation complexes. Author correction, a 20-year retrospective review of global aquaculture. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,701,242,393 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. The most awkward moments backstage at the Oscars. Italy gradually reopens movie theaters, starting with Oscar titles Minari, Mank. Glenn Close's debut Oscar moment was clearly the work of Questlove. Venice Film Festival toasts Nomadland, second Golden Lion winner in 4 years to win Best Picture, Global Bulletin. Roku says YouTube TV may get dropped, accusing Google of anti-competitive behavior. You can now play Spotify directly in Facebook mobile app. WWE names Fox Sports executive Claudine Lillian as head of global sales and partnerships exclusive. Why the Oscars needed a host, column. Tom Lamas joins NBC News as primetime anchor for live streaming service. Josh Hartnett 2 headline Sky original series The Fear Index, based on Robert Harris novel. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Here's what the CDC says summer camps should do to prevent and respond to COVID cases. Elizabeth City, NC, declares emergency before release of bodygam video of shooting. How a UK imam countered vaccine hesitancy and helped thousands get the jab. Supreme Court to take up first major gun rights case in more than a decade. Russian court suspends Alexei Navalny's anti-Kremlin network. Vaccinated U.S. travelers will be allowed to visit Europe again starting this summer. Civil rights group calls on Justice Department to suspend local police grants. Census to release first results that shift Electoral College, House seats. First-time gun buyers help push record U.S. gun sales amid string of mass shootings. 100 days, how Biden has fared so far on his promises. The following headlines are from The Week. Unvaccinated Americans are snubbing the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Leaked interview with Iran's foreign minister may undermine nuclear negotiations. America's police no longer get the benefit of the doubt. Is Biden too boring for Republicans to beat? Anthony Hopkins, who was asleep when he won an Oscar, belatedly accepts it from Wales. The Daily Business Briefing, April 26, 2021. 10 things you need to know today, April 26, 2021. Arizona Republicans are once again recounting 2020 ballots in the county that lost Trump, Arizona. The Oscars finale was a heartless disaster. The death of cities was greatly exaggerated. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Mayoral candidate Lily Bea wants to make Plano great again. The next headlines are from Universe Today. A new technique could use quasars to directly measure the expansion rate of the universe. These are the news headlines for today, Monday, April 26. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. You can help map the emerging cicadas. Scientists to live tweet asteroid impact exercise. Year's first supermoon on April 26 to 27th. What is a supermoon? When is the next tide? Recommended almanacs here. Moon near star Spica on April 25th. The next news is from Politico. European Union preparing rapid assistance to COVID hit India. Biden's first 100 days. EU set to let vaccinated U.S. travelers visit over summer, Commission President says. Russia orders suspension of Alexei Navalny's organization. I have never seen so many patients die, India plunges into coronavirus crisis. Doug Collins says he won't run for Georgia Senate, Governor. Supreme Court will hear gun rights case. Meet the Rondon American League Division Series, Florida's third ever black Republican in Congress. They're coming in hot, the best quotes from our interviews with Congress' most diverse freshman class. Liberal push to expand Supreme Court is all but dead among Hill Dems. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Minister says quality teaching, not more school funding key to better results. Our history is us, we have way more to lose than facts. Treasurer urged to revisit standard tax deduction as budget bottom line improves. Investors want China exposure, despite geopolitical tensions, says top wealth manager. NSW flood repair work contracts to stay local under ministerial order. From the archives, 1981, bridge to keep its footpath. Your daily horoscope for Tuesday, April 27th. Target time and super quiz, Tuesday, April 27th. Musical chairs at CBA as Priscilla Brown heads back to the U.S. We need to face the hard truths of hotel quarantine. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Economic report, U.S. durable goods orders rebound in March, but chip shortages gum up the works. The Moneyest, my second husband, 86, and I have 12 kids between us. He wants me to leave him everything, and says he will pass on the inheritance to my 5 children. The Conversation, the FBI just got permission to break into private computers without consent so it can fight hackers. The Moneyest, my sister's home is in foreclosure, so she's moving in with our parents. She posted on Facebook that she deserves their home. This money challenge will spring clean your finances. Brett Aarons is raw, the market will collapse by the end of June, really? Outside the box, the data don't lie, building a diverse company means starting with the cold, hard numbers. Deep dive, should you buy Nvidia stock? Here are the key numbers to look at now. Encore, what happens when worker benefits are cut? Some suggest that workers offset benefit loss with more saving elsewhere. Need to know, a monster beat for Tesla and 6 other predictions for a bumper earnings week. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Get smarter about COVID patents or pay the price, I am. Top Collegiate Inventors awarded 2021 Lemelson MIT Student Prize, MIT News. Will new IP law attract more patent registrations? The New Times. Intellectual Property, a story of two SMEs, Inventa International. UAE government recognizes Elida.net as the first private UAE PaaS service provider, PR Newswire. Technology transfer offices have their work cut out to turn innovative ideas into reality, Business Day. Delhi High Court asks government to consider issuing compulsory licenses, World IP Day 2021, a solemn affair this year, India, South Africa patent waiver proposal opposed again and more, IP News Center. Not just an engineer, but a problem solver, the Express Tribune. Aspiration to bring quintessence of Vietnamese medicinal herbs to the world, Nam Dan Online. NASA notice of intent to grant exclusive, co-exclusive or partially exclusive patent license, Health Metrics, Incorporated, Space Ref. The next headlines are from Quartz. India exported millions of vaccine doses during its own COVID emergency. Even the Oscars are sick of Zoom. Is business journalism a good career choice? One of the biggest challenges facing sub-Saharan Africa this year, in one chart. Apple's privacy update shows the massive power of small design changes. Historic Oscars, assistance for India, Argentinian Google. Joy that cannot be celebrated, the Chinese internet is lamenting the censorship of Zhao. Indians are disappointed with Biden's response to their COVID-19 crisis, and rightly so. With all options exhausted, India's hospitals are joining Twitter to send out SOS calls for oxygen. Charted, the second wave of COVID-19 has started taking a toll on India's economy. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Signal founder cracks Celebrite phone hacking device, finds it full of vulns. Funniest most insightful comments of the week at TechDirt. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Madison Bumgarner. In the Heights. Best Actor 2021. Wizards. Aaron Sorkin. And McLaren. Sound of Metal. Mank. Trent Reznor. Tyler Perry. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Army drafted in to help India's struggling hospitals battle 5 rolling COVID cases. Austrian Chancellor and German Foreign Minister warn new EU sanctions against Russia won't work, as both call for dialogue instead. French police cars vandalized with graffiti, pig's head impaled on broom, photos. Minnesota AG Keith Ellison draws flack after saying he felt a little bad for Derek Chauvin as guilty verdicts were delivered. China will support Russia over new American sanctions, Beijing's foreign ministry announces, insisting U.S. should respect Moscow. Bitcoin rallies from last week's dramatic plunge. Lawsuit that would have banned transgender athletes from competing in female high school sports is thrown out by judge in U.S. The first human home, archaeologists discover traces of 1.8 million-year-old stone tools in African Miracle Cave. Russian wheat exports surge nearly 11% despite export curbs. Spanish minister receives package with bloodied knife ahead of election after fellow politicians get death threats and bullets. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Watch, massive brawl breaks out at Miami International Airport. Russia signals a Putin-Biden summit is likely for mid-June. Maryland 2 probe Chauvin defense witness tenure as state's chief medical examiner. As good as it gets, Goldman is last big bank to turn bearish, sees market dropping in coming months. Supreme Court to consider Second Amendment concealed carry case. JP Morgan launches Bitcoin fund for rich clients after years of bashing crypto. Metal boom, copper hits 10-year high amid supply constraints and infrastructure plans. Fauci flip-flops again, outdoor COVID infection risk is minuscule. Brace for extremely busy week, Fed, GDP, CPI, Biden tax plans and earnings galore. Kathy Wood's bloated arc forges forward. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. EU sues AstraZeneca over alleged failure to supply COVID vaccines. Turkey, crypto mania clobbered by exchange collapses and fallout. Can Yeezy sneakers fetch a record $1.80 in private sale? Total suspends $20 billion LNG project in Mozambique indefinitely. Traditional rulers can help end violence in Africa. Chad Military Council names transitional prime minister. Despite virus, global military spending grew in 2020, led by U.S. Amid Brazil's COVID chaos, socialist Marica forges different path. Zachary Ratcliffe handed another prison sentence in Iran. Nepal COVID infections surge, fueled by India's mutant strains. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Net, secret recording of Iranian FM revels John Kerry told him about Israeli strikes in Syria. Fashion notes, the 9 best and worst dressed actors from the 2021 Oscars. Watch, cops mock LeBron over your next tweet. GOP rep Nels slams Kamala Harris for not visiting border, doesn't want to hear what a horrible job she's doing. Oscars, China censors social media celebration of Chinese-born Nomadland director Chloe Zhao's Oscar wins. Box office, Mortal Kombat reboot is #1 with $22 million. Gretchen Whitmer falsely smears Breitbart News as white nationalist website. 24 shot, 3 dead, over the weekend in Mayor Lori Lightfoot's Chicago. Gunman raid home of bishop-elect in South Sudan, shooting him twice. Oscars 2021, documentary short winner acknowledges pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Cooking hacks for your next time in the kitchen. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. The world's oldest known wild bird, named Wisdom, hatches another chick at 70, watch. Amazon, Unilever, and Nestle join the UK, US and Norway in new $1 billion initiative to preserve tropical rainforests. After fatal disease arrives, zoo calls in the only team of turtle-sniffing dogs in the world to help out. Common heart disease drug reverses obesity by targeting inflammation in mice. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Monday, April 26th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Donald Trump as Buddha, a statue is trending on the Chinese online shopping platform Taobao. Japanese man arrested after dating more than 35 women at once to get birthday gifts. 2 Pakistan embassy employees caught allegedly shoplifting. Woman finds the culprit putting old newspapers in her mailbox on weekends, involves a retiring police officer, a wrong suspect, a mysterious trail, and a stakeout. Turkmenistan dedicates holiday to enormous national dog breed. Japan scraps mascot promoting Fukushima wastewater dump. DC cop cars totaled after officers drag race in NE, says commander. Coronavirus, Pfizer confirms fake versions of vaccine in Poland and Mexico. Beavers knock out the internet in Canada. Why don't some TV shows sound the way they used to? The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Learn hacking and pen testing to protect your site with this $24 training. Camera shootout, OnePlus 9 Pro vs Vivo X60 Pro Plus. Biden's big infrastructure plans spark American interest in EVs. Germany, UK, and France are Europe's top 3 EV-loving nations. This slide patent could change how you use the Apple Pencil. YouTube's new video resolution menu on mobile is an abomination. WhatsApp reportedly working on messages that disappear after 24 hours. India ordered Facebook and Twitter to remove posts criticizing its poor handling of the pandemic. Prep for Oz Cloud, Cisco, or CompTIA certifications with these 22 courses. Step aside, Python, 4 benefits of using JavaScript for machine learning. The following headlines are from Science Daily. New research uncovers continental crust emerged 500 million years earlier than thought. Mapping the path to rewilding, the importance of landscape. Stable coral cell lines cultured. Genome sequencing delivers hope and warning for the survival of the Sumatran rhinoceros. Discovery of an elusive cell type in fish sensory organs. 3D holographic head-up display could improve road safety. Climate has shifted the axis of the Earth, study finds. The next headlines are from Information Week. CIO role expands into company culture, customer experience. What you might not realize about your multi-cloud model. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Monday, April 26th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Supreme Court to hear case on carrying guns in public. Man shot to death in Salt Lake City. Nomadland wins Best Picture at a social distanced Oscars. Robert Gehrke, the only solution to the toxic tone of social media is for each of us to try to be better. Utah's coronavirus percentage rate continues to climb slightly. The Mike Conley-produced short Two Distant Strangers wins Oscar for Best Live-Action Short Film. The Rundown, Senator Mike Lee tears to anti-mask mandates for young children. Millennial Caucus is co-led by Utah's Blake Moore, who may or may not be a millennial. Can Utah's medical marijuana users own guns? Jessica Sweeney joins nonprofit Tribune as development director. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. How Mark Zuckerberg and Tim Cook became foes. Roku warns YouTube TV customers that service could go dark due to Google's predatory and monopoly moves. China censors Nomadland director Chloe Zhao's Oscar win. Facebook knows it was used to help incite the Capitol insurrection. Netflix's dominance starts to slow as streaming rivals gain. Surge reported in crowdfunding campaigns for rent, food, and bills. Software program Dr. Phil finally wins prestigious crossword puzzle event. New UK court case could decide if Craig Wright is Satoshi Nakamoto, creator of Bitcoin. Why did Bitcoin drop 25% in just 2 weeks? Greg Hartman rejects apology from University of Minnesota researchers. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Second man charged with North St. Louis County shooting, carjacking. Family of blues legend Bobby Pledger thanks organization and fans for kind send-off. Arraignment scheduled for couple involved in St. James homicide. Supreme Court to take up right to carry gun for self-defense. St. Louis County working on plan to resume use of J&J COVID vaccine. Elizabeth City declares state of emergency before release of body camera footage in Andrew Brown Jr. case. Pink supermoon will be visible tonight. FEMA works to get COVID vaccine to underserved communities. Truck stuck in a ditch on 270 northbound near Gravois backed up traffic Monday morning. Expect abundant sunshine and a high temperature near 80 on Monday. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Apple to grow San Diego employees to 5,000 over 5 years. Famous surfing dog to gift veteran with PTSD her paw TG. Padres rally from late 6-run deficit, beat Dodgers 8-7 in 11. California to start administering Johnson & Johnson vaccines immediately, says Governor Newsom. Nomadland wins Best Picture at a social distanced Oscars. Hundreds show up in Nebraska for fight over name Josh. 6 killed, 10 hurt in fiery van crash on Georgia interstate. Motorcyclist seriously injured in crash in Pacific Beach. Oscars latest, winners in every major category. Loved ones remember DMX at homegoing celebration. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Apple moving forward on app privacy, despite pushback Inquirer technology. The 10 earliest reality TV shows, in chronological order. You could be MI6's next Q, the spy agency are hiring for a technical expert. The XXX series pulled the same fake death stunt with Samuel L. Jackson twice. Apple moving forward on app privacy. Spy Kids, UK's MI5 recruiting schoolchildren to catch terrorists and foreign agents. Central Intelligence Agency leak fast facts, ABC 17 News. Alan Cross uncovers the great KGB punk rock plot that wasn't, or was it? MI6 chief still angry over Novichok poisonings in Salisbury. MI6 screens spying on world's biggest polluters to ensure climate pledges met. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Pentagon achieves $3 billion air-to-air missile sales milestone. U.S. Air Force B-52 bombers support withdraw troops from Afghanistan. Chinese Navy demonstrates capability of its new amphibious assault ship. Australia cleared to buy combat drones with serious airstrike capabilities. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Zhang Weili loses UFC title after first round knockout. Beijing slaps private tutoring companies with $80,000 maximum penalty. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Monday, April 26, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Organizers to file paperwork launching recall of Windsor mayor. Supreme Court rejects Texas suit over California travel ban. City declares state of emergency before release of bodycam video in Andrew Brown Jr. shooting. Why the Apple iPhone privacy update is bad for Facebook. Apple to build its first East Coast campus in North Carolina. Earthquake reported near South Lake Tahoe. San Jose Sharks play for fans again, what's changed? Early earthquake rumbles in the East Bay. Oscars ending leads to surprising Best Actor win. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Review, Jhumpa Lahiri's new novel is very novel. Collins won't run for Senate or Georgia governor in 2022. Blackhawks Shaw announces he's hanging up his skates. Bail denied for man accused in Chicago rapper's 2020 killing. Russian authorities suspend operations of Navalny's offices. Rights group cites abuses by Venezuelan forces near Colombia. Biden's first 100 days, where he stands on key promises. Flight 4 Life helicopter called to crash near St. Charles. Nobody in Illinois cares much more about this than I do. 8 trainers drive to keep Arlington open. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle Music Festival bumper shoots postponed for another year. Report, in March these trucks sold the fastest in Seattle. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 60.32 km, in Kermadec Islands, New Zealand, April 26, 2021, 13:42 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, China, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Libya, Tunisia. Drought is ongoing in Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Monday, April 26th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. After award-winning weather this weekend, rain chances increase this week. House fire shuts down intersection in Montrose. President Biden will announce new CDC mask guidance Tuesday, sources say. 18-year-old fugitive accused of pistol whipping and killing victim in city of South Houston. Oscars 2021, Meg wins Best Production Design, Cinematography, tells Herman Mankiewicz's true story. Pink moon, first supermoon of 2021 lights up night sky starting Monday. Man charged with infecting 22 people with COVID-19. Supreme Court to take up right to carry guns for self-defense. Lynchburg ferry resumes service across Houston Ship Channel. Carey Mulligan hopes promising young woman brings better understanding of sexual consent. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Syria rights group urges world to reject presidential vote. AP photos, faces new and familiar at a most unusual Oscars. COVID treatment has improved, but many wish for an easy pill. Germany debates privileges for those who've been vaccinated. Libya PM calls off Benghazi visit after security turned back. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Early edition, we're here for the vibe revival. After winning key union endorsements, Scott Stringer hopes to mobilize progressive Democrats. Group dedicated to women candidates jumps into NYC election, backs Wiley for mayor. Extra, the Joshes battle to determine the one true Josh. Police investigate smashed windows at Bronx synagogues and Jewish center as hate crime. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. COVID cases plummet in New York City, just as demand for vaccines does the same. Asian man brutally beaten in East Harlem reportedly in coma. NYC will pay back week-long furlough to 9,500 city employees, de Blasio says. Swanky new studio apartment lowers your bed and stuff from the ceiling. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. To effectively combat climate change, listen and act on ideas from the youth. US-China Cold War could lead to a more dangerous nuclear standoff. Addressing the impact of COVID-19 on infants and young children. New UN-led global immunization push aims to save more than 50 million lives. Deadly shipwreck off Venezuela underscores need for safe migration pathways, protection. World military spending rises to a hefty $2.0 trillion despite UN pleas for cutbacks. Prioritize people and planet, UN chief urges Asian and Pacific nations. Iraq, UN representative calls for stronger protection measures after fatal fire in COVID hospital. First person, Rohingya refugees traumatized again, after devastating campfire. A malaria-free future is possible, UN chief says on International Day. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. FBI releases documents on probe into death of DNC staffer Seth Rich. Israel examines heart inflammation cases after Pfizer shot. Make no mistake, programmable digital currencies are weaponizable. Supreme Court takes up major case over right to carry guns outside the home. Maturity is discovering how everything you believe is a lie. Unaccompanied migrant children handed Kamala Harris children's book upon arrival. The politics of heroin and the Afghan-US pullout. The grocery price shock that is coming to a store near you. Big tech moguls donated millions to groups tied to BLM co-founder. Pentagon gave control of millions of IP addresses to Florida shell company. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Student Snapchat profanity leads to Supreme Court speech case. Has White Claw released a new hard seltzer with more booze in it? Did Tucker Carlson warn Chauvin verdict could set dangerous precedent of believing facts? Did Extinction Rebellion activists break bank windows in London? U.S. pledges medical aid for India to combat COVID-19 surge. Did Jack Black's mom help create a abort system that rescued Apollo 13 astronauts? Hundreds show up in Nebraska for fight over name Josh. Election conspiracies live on with audit by Arizona GOP. Does Biden's climate plan include cutting 90% of red meat from our diets? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Video shows Colorado cops laughing at violent arrest of 73-year-old woman with dementia. Boris Johnson allegedly screamed "Let the bodies pile high" in foul-mouthed anti-lockdown rant. Man trying to escape raid on super spreader party was impaled by a spear. This is the only underwear I want to wear from now on. Kavanaugh is happy to let black and brown kids die in prison. It's not about convicting a cop, it's about rehabbing the police. Watch puppet Mitch McConnell pretend to be human in Robert Smigel's Let's Be Real. Jake Paul has brought the sport of boxing to its lowest point. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Pete Alonso's legs key to his Mets resurgence. Heidi Klum wears an eye-popping look in more star snaps. Lindsey Graham says he's not impressed by Biden's first 100 days. Biggest space station crowd in decade after SpaceX arrival. Christy Brinkley, 67, on bikini photos. If you've got great legs, show them. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Reliving the 2020 total solar eclipse. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. A full pink supermoon will illuminate the night sky tonight. Climate tipping points may have been reached already, experts say. Mars helicopter flies farther and faster than ever before. Gottlieb says nation can take decline in COVID cases to the bank. CDC study, Pfizer, Moderna COVID vaccines safe during pregnancy. Biden pledges to cut U.S. emissions in half by 2030. Dams built in Oregon and California may be taken down due to impact on wildlife. India's COVID crisis worsens as hospitals seek oxygen from overseas. Pharmacist helps vaccinate thousands of people near Philly. FDA lifts pause on Johnson & Johnson vaccine amid growing hesitancy. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Alien artifacts on Earth and in our solar system is possible, NASA reports. 2021 Lyrid meteor shower, all you need to know. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Biden expected to announce new CDC guidelines for wearing masks outdoors if vaccinated. Florida woman on probation for DUI manslaughter clocked at 111 miles per hour before another deadly crash. Alaska Airlines bans mask-resisting Republican state senator from home state. 1 dead, 3 injured in Kansas City shooting. Fans upset in memoriam segment at Oscars didn't include Jessica Walter, Naya Rivera. 5 people wanted on murder charges after missing taxi driver, mother of 2 found dead in Georgia. Kansas City reporter fatally shot inside her apartment. Shooter opens fire at Florida birthday party, killing 3-year-old child, cops. New York hotels may soon have to ditch environmentally unfriendly mini toiletry bottles. Drag racing DC cops totaled their cars, memo. The following headlines are from military.com. Why some Marines are training to operate every infantry weapon. Top general in Afghanistan says military has begun closing down. Clayton Schenkelberg, reportedly the oldest Pearl Harbor survivor, dies at 103. Turkey summons U.S. ambassador over genocide announcement. The big Pentagon internet mystery now partially solved. Analyst, missile motor test likely caused blast in Israel. Indonesia admits all 53 crew of lost submarine are dead. Gold Star families share relief, worry, on leaving Afghanistan. The VA is testing an implant that could allow paralyzed veterans to walk again. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Teen charged in 3 armed carjackings of rideshare drivers in Morgan Park area. Man found dead on CTA train at Addison Red Line station. Woman, 30, fatally shot in SUV on far south side. Mezzo-soprano Crystal Ludwig, who sang with Chicago's Lyric Opera, dies at 94. Coronavirus in Illinois updates. Here's what's happening Monday with COVID-19 in the Chicago area. Daywatch, the latest COVID challenge in schools, new Transgender Studies Center in Chicago, and the best and worst looks from the 2021 Oscars. Column, every mayor for the last 30 years has failed to keep his or her promise to bring the violence under control. Our patience is wearing thin. New Transgender Studies Center in Chicago aims to combat misinformation and lack of trans-led research. Man, 20, accused of gunning down Chicago rapper Trey Savage, signed to Chief Keef's record label. No bail for alleged getaway driver in Jocelyn Adams slaying, high-speed chase and attempted carjacking on Eisenhower Expressway. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Wolf packs don't actually have alpha males and alpha females, the idea is based on a misunderstanding. Synthesis of large area 2D material, atomic layer pushes surface steps away. 6 factors that determine success when working from home. How lifting children out of poverty today will help them tomorrow. Solving the nitrogen puzzle, measuring groundwater pollution from agriculture. Chinese hazelnut, the newest piece in a hazelnut genome puzzle. Researchers solve puzzle of origin and formation of specialized body plan in flatfishes. Researchers complete high-precision time-frequency dissemination. Ozone pollution in Germany falls thanks to lower nitrogen oxide emissions. Shopping online or locally, an individual choice. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Monday, April 26th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Blackhawks Andrew Shore retires after latest concussion. Warrant, drug buys recorded weeks before black man shot dead. Pop fans, Biden kids, grandkids part of White House scene. Protests reveal generational divide in 9 migrant communities. Albania, preliminary poll results show socialists ahead. Supreme Court declines to hear wrestlers' brain damage cases. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Mac Jones looking like 49ers draft pick in eyes of top NFL reporters. National Koi Show returns to San Jose, with outdoor fish viewing. Man in Illumin car is fatally shot by Los Angeles police. Life took a life-changing turn for a Concord police officer and a 2-year-old girl. Mother's Day, what Bay Area restaurant chefs and cookbook authors want to eat. Mother's Day recipe, Belgian beer waffles with beet sugar and summer jams. Photos, community prayer vigil at West Oakland's DeFremery Park. Mother's Day recipe, Mary Chamberlain's Greek lemon chicken. Bay Area schools got extra money for COVID, what did they use it for? California City Council member compares fight against coronavirus mask rules to Rosa Parks struggle. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Navajo Nation reports 26 new COVID-19 cases, 10 more deaths. Firefighters put out Honolulu fishing boat fire, no injuries. NRCC says Nancy Pelosi is dragging down Democrats in competitive districts. Providence schools get $3 grant to boost teacher diversity. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Some right-wing troops find themselves targeted by their own war machine. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Monday, April 26, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Study examines association between lifestyle patterns and BMI in early childhood. Preeclampsia during pregnancy increases stroke risk later in life. Mysterious ocean floor trails show Arctic sponges on the move. New cancer algorithm flags genetic weaknesses in tumors. Racial, ethnic differences in marijuana use in e-cigarettes among adolescents. Cell adaptation in critically ill could be difference between life and death. Football fitness gives an important boost to health in women treated for breast cancer. Study evaluates biomarker criteria for assessing Alzheimer's risk. Increase in stroke mortality in people with COVID-19 during first lockdown. Research by University of Minnesota Medical School student suggests protocol change for tear gas deployment. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Walk-ins now welcome at all 6 COVID-19 mass vaccination sites in suburban Cook County. Live updates. Blackhawks Andrew Shaw announces retirement due to repeated concussions. Missing Bronzeville woman is found. Prototype of first US dollar coin sold for $840,000 at auction. Man found dead on CTA train at Red Line Station in Lakeview. From rotten teeth to advanced cancer, patients feeling effects of pandemic-era treatment delays. LaGrange teen accuses hockey team of disability discrimination. Business robberies reported in Albany Park. A detailed timeline of the Adam Toledo shooting. Dear Abby, women's flirtation with new co-worker disturbs his wife. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Monday, April 26, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. This could be a very complicated season for the Astros. Laptops and hotspots to the rescue, but how is HISD going to afford to keep this going? 1974, the year that movies, music, TV, and politics all came together. Heroes return, hurrah, the hero comes home. Vegas forecasts Texans as NFL's worst team for 2021. This week in Houston food events, there's a new hot chicken sandwich in town. The next headlines are about world records making news. Crematoriums overwhelmed as COVID cases spike in India. Live News, Al Jazeera English. Venezuelan track star Yulimar Rojas smashes triple jump record, Guinness World Records. West Lothian cyclist overcomes horror injuries to launch world record attempt, daily record. NFL superstar Rob Gronkowski sets world record with 600-foot catch, CNN International. Gronk makes world record catch with football dropped from helicopter, Fox 13 Tampa Bay. Julian Nagelsmann to Bayern Munich, is he worth a world record fee? DW, English. Doctor Who, The Monthly Adventures lands Guinness World Record title, Radio Times. Can Yeezy sneakers snag world record $1.8 million in private sale? Sotheby's, Reuters. MDC, Wayne County angler nabs world record spotted gar, The Missourian. Kaylee lands RR2 world record as Scots in press, Scottish Athletics Org UK. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Your 2021 Oscar winners, Chloe Zhao's Nomadland and Pixar's Soul Stand Tall. Turning a tiny Hot Wheels car into a fully functional RC drifter looks more complicated than brain surgery. Updates from She-Hulk, Peacemaker, and more. Your new iMac can be matte black with just $560 worth of vinyl wraps. Why the new iPad Pro's mini LED display is a big deal. Could the world ever run entirely on renewable energy? Anchors are too many projector is adorable but flawed. Internet outage in Canada blamed on beavers gnawing through fiber cables. These are the first color aerial photos of the surface of Mars, courtesy of Ingenuity. Alan Taylor to adapt fantasy novel Stone Junction for Starlight Media. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Matam in Senegal at 113.36 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.2 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Amory in Antarctica at minus 108.94 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 78.3 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. China's state rocket company unveils rendering of a Starship look-alike. Review, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier aims high but falls a bit short. Children of Chernobyl cleanup crew don't have excess mutations. Why lawmakers are so interested in Apple's and Google's rants. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Capitol rioter deny bail due to his history of punching people in the face. Former OWN and Alex Jones producers recall pushing disinformation in far-right media's massively funded ecosystem. MAGA rioter grovels before judge after getting caught making a mockery of court's mask mandate. Anti-vaxxer brags to C-SPAN, "I've got the best doctor in the world and his name is Jesus Christ." Video shows officers who dislocated elderly woman's shoulder during brutal arrest fist-bumping and laughing afterward. Tucker Carlson's pathological obsession with homosexuality, exposed. Kanye West sneakers shatter sale records at $1.8 million, Sotheby's. Supreme Court will hear challenge to New York concealed carry licenses, first major gun case in a decade. Extortion, Marco Rubio slammed after threatening companies. Republicans fear Marjorie Taylor Greene will become the face of their party before the midterms, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Child Protective Services investigates half of all black children in California. This is our last best chance to deal with the global climate crisis. Seriously, go get your second shot. Kevin McCarthy is still whitewashing what happened on January 6th. Republicans still don't really know what to say about Joe Biden. Why blue carbon credits may be poised to take off. PPP lending was supposed to help small businesses in Kansas City. That's not what happened. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. The search for extraterrestrial life. Wisconsin Public Radio News. Mars has right ingredients for present-day microbial life, Lab Manager Magazine. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. 5 Best Orthopediatrician in Austin, Kev's Best. Brilliant intelligence of Sir Albert Einstein and quickness of wit of Mr. Sherlock Holmes -2, The Times of India blog. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. How tall is Thanos? Facts about one of Marvel's greatest villains, briefly. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Monday, April 26, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Monday, April 26, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.